We have blue water, trained horses, and ATV adventure today on At Your Leisure. I'm Stephen Heumann. First off, join host Chad Booth as he follows the trail to Old Ephriam and learns why an off-road excursion is such a special thing from one couple who knows a thing or two about motorized sports. Then climb on board the MSC Divina with me as I show you the Bahamas like you've never seen them before, previewing the trip that you could win in just a few weeks. Finally, can you teach a horse to drive? Well, one man has gotten pretty close. We'll have all the details right now on At Your Leisure. Prepare to own the outdoors.
Welcome to At Your Leisure. We are here with Jack and Suzie Hubble from Triple S Polaris. It's not often I actually get a chance to get out and have some fun with Jack because he's busy running a very successful business. I appreciate your taking the time today. You know, Jack and I were talking about the fact that there are things that you always say you're going to go back and do, and you never get around to them. So we decided today we're going to do that. And we're talking about Old Ephraim's grave. Now, I haven't been there. I counted up. It's been 16 years since I've been there, but how long for you?
40. Since Boy Scouts.
So we just decided we were going to take the day and come up here out of Ephriam to Hardware Ranch and make our way up to Old Ephraim's grave, tell you the story, and show you how to do it. Suzie, have you ever been up there before?
I haven't.
Then
I've always wanted to go, though.
Then you're in for a treat. The burial place of Old Ephraim. Who and what he is, we'll find out later. Yes. Right now, we're going to find out a little bit more about how you can have fun if you go on our MSC cruise or you're the winner. Now, we've been telling you about how to win, but you know, if this looks like too much fun, you don't want to take the chance, there are great buys you can get from Columbus Travel. We have special pricing for this cruise, and you can sign up for it. And you can always get a refund if you win the contest. Anyway, here's Stephen. So I only got one question. Actually, I have two questions for you, Steve. One, how did you get from Groove Fest last week down to the Caribbean so quickly? And how much am I going to have to pay for the ticket? Number two, did you see Johnny Depp at that fort anywhere? I got some questions for you guys, though, too.
I'm not sure I got those kinds of answers.
Yeah, you don't have to answer Steve's questions. They're up to him himself. I do have a question for you, though. How hard is it for you guys to get away and do this? I mean, everybody thinks, oh, I'd love to be in the ATV business. I go riding all the time. Do you get to do this very often?
Not as often as we like.
That's true.
People think that it's great to own your own business because you have no boss. Well,
yeah.
In retail, everybody that walks in the front door is our boss.
Yeah.
So we've got lots of bosses.
Well, that does make sense. So what's it like? What does it feel like when you finally take a day off? I mean, you know, Suzie, you're up there like scrubbing the books all the time, making sure everything's working. What's it like when you get out like this?
Well, it's great because you get to see so many things you don't see on a daily basis. Moose and you know, the beautiful wilderness, and
Reminds you of why you do it.
Yeah.
Why did you get in this business?
I really liked to be the boss of employees, and I really loved to work on the computer all day, and I really love office chairs. So honestly, I just loved the outdoors and loved the power sports equipment. I just love it. It's a lot of fun.
So do you get like some satisfaction on those occasions when you actually get down on the floor and get to sell somebody and introduce them to the sport?
It's neat to hear them after they went out for their first ride and they come back and they were there for their first oil change or whatever, and just to hear them talk about how much fun they had. You relive it because it's stuff that you love as well.
Well, stay with us. We will be back with more of At Your Leisure on our way to Old Ephraim's grave up north of Hardware Ranch, northern part of the state of Utah. We'll give you directions and a little bit more information when we come back. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We've left out of Hardware Ranch. We're headed north in search of Old Ephraim's grave to find out what the story is there. Just a reminder, though, whether you're an experienced ATV rider or you're just going to go rent one like these for the first time and go out, there are a few things you should know. One, make sure you have food and plenty of water. Now, if you're going to go out for a day, take 2 days worth of water. I'm just saying, be prepared, okay? Number two, make sure that you have protective clothing and lots of sunscreen because it's hot right now. It's the middle of summer. You do not want to get yourself dehydrated and sunburned and skin cancer and all that other stuff. Number three, make sure somebody knows where you are. And finally, make sure that you know where you are by either downloading maps into your phone and I say download them because you won't have 4G up here, or getting a regular good old print map so that you can find the routes and make sure you know where you are and where you're headed. Right now, we're headed, after that good information, to this good information in our product review. There's so much to see when you're out riding. Welcome back to At Your Leisure with Jack and Suzie Hubble from Triple S Polaris, and we're on kind of a tour of the northern mountains up above Monte Cristo and the Hardware Ranch. I'm one of those riders that, as much as the thrill of challenging rocks and kind of, doing a little crawling, I like just stumbling across old stuff.
Yes.
Take a look, the genuine beaver pond. You can see his lodge back there on the backside where all that stuff is. That's where he sleeps. This looks like a watering trough. It's probably, I'll bet you this is 60, 70 years old. The proof that it's a really good deal to get out across Utah during the week, and there's still a lot of wildland here. And if you go out and rent a machine or take the machine out, you get a weekday off, you will get a big payoff like we've done today.
Absolutely.
Now, another payoff coming your way. We are moving towards the time for you to be introduced to Bobby Kerr. He is kind of a horse whisperer, and to tell you what, he makes friends with horses fast. Well, check out this amazing story. So I would like to actually talk a little bit about the rental business, Jack.
Okay.
A lot of people know Triple S, and they know it's service to the power of 3, but we didn't know that there's an R in that equation too. So what do you rent?
Summertime we rent ATVs, UTVs, which is the side-by-sides, watercraft. In the wintertime we rent snowmobiles, and then we've just recently added generators. So if somebody wants to rent a generator to go up and power
their campground.
Campground.
Yeah.
There's a game they can't miss or a NASCAR race they can't miss. We got some power for them.
So if people want to find out about rentals, they just call Triple S, or does the...
On our website, we have Wide Open Rentals, which is our rental outfit. There's a phone number there. Actually, the phone number to the dealership just rings. Just ask for rentals, and they'll get you in touch with somebody that can take care of it.
Perfect. That sounds great. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to take care of you with more At Your Leisure when we come back. Well, it looks like it's going to be a great show next week, but it's going to be really hard to top today. Jack, Suzie, thank you for taking the time to go out with us. We want to tell you exactly how to get here. If you can make your way to Logan, Utah on US 89, you head to the little town of Ephriam and you follow Utah Highway 101 right to this very parking lot. It's called Hardware Ranch, and you'll tell because it's the first place kind of coming up a little canyon that opens into a big meadow. Then you get on your ATVs and you follow it from there, and you start using your map, and you want to make sure that you're on 21, 2, and 27. Those are the ATV routes that will take you to Old Ephraim's grave. If you can't remember that, just go to our website or go into Jack's and rent an ATV, and they'll give you a map.
Yep.
Right.
Maybe if you talk to them, they'll actually come out and ride with you. You never can tell.
Open run.
Well, thanks for joining us today. We'll look for you next week on At Your Leisure. Between now and then, make sure that you get out with your family and friends. Enjoy the great outdoors at your leisure. Okay, guys, so we went north. What happens if we go this way now? We salute you, old Ephraim, the King of...
Hey guys, if you like that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why are you going to sell me out like that, Steven?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel, because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.